Hello everyone, this is Cassie Mad Alchemy Comics and I'm here to bring you another Samurai Troopers 2026 episode discussion. Today we'll be discussing Samurai Troopers episode 3 titled Link. So as I grab my notes here, we're going to get right into the overall discussion. So as the episode started, we started off the episode with Yamato Hojo, that is Musashi's older brother, and it takes place from his perspective of when the attack on the city happened. Wondering where the samurai troopers are, he runs to the city and tries to find them. Intercepting their train base, he makes his declaration and aborts the train to figure out what is going on and why the samurai troopers aren't, in the city saving them. Getting the story, it is now his belief that it's his time to be a samurai trooper. Getting the general spiel from Ryusei, he believes that he lacks that type of conviction or that type of virtue needed to be a samurai trooper, and he tells him that he needs to do it. Of course, his brother Musashi, who has found out that Musashi Hojo is his younger brother, says he believes that he can and will be one day, because he has a type of intensity, but it's, I guess, a lacking a type of conviction for the armor that he is trying to tap into. Now you get a little bit of back and forth. Ryusei that even though he does believe in him, he thinks that he should really take a step back from it, and this is keeps harping back to the character Ryusei, as it's starting to look like, although he does have the virtue to be a samurai trooper, I guess he lacks something where the armor and his body just conflict with each other. So the team newly forming, and you have your official four plus Yamato. They decide to go into a training arc. So even though that they can't go to a full-blown training arc, they have some type of digital training, like a mental training facility that they can go into a digital world and get 1 month of training in a couple of hours. Kind of like a hyperbolic time chamber type of thing, but for a computer. So before they go into the training, there is a type of discussion on how to handle Guy, as Guy was a person who murdered a lot of people, and it was also stated should he kind of be a samurai trooper. Now it's discussed that Guy, being that he is a demon or was in the demon world, he was raised that it was in his nature to do so, and he knows no better. When you look at the expressions on their face, he kind of feels kind of insulted by that, but I guess they were open to that idea, as they said, okay, we will, help you learn that nature, and you can, redeem yourself later down the line. And if not, we'll just punish you harshly. So as they're in the digital world, they're, learning more about each other. Yamato's still struggling to get to that base armor, while everybody can at least get to that and to the armor. Now this is interesting again with this world, that now that like everything from the samurai troopers is now just broken down to a military notebook, and you can figure out how to transform and everything about the armor on the website. That was very interesting, and so it kind of just harkens back to like how much have they studied the armors at this point, and what was the point of like creating this general facility. So they go through their training arc into the digital framework that they're in, but they're soon interrupted as there's an attack on the city. This initial attack is due to after the battle with the previous Dark Armor user and killing him. The other Dark Armor users are essentially testing Guy and see like how he's gained his power without being really, in tune or with the demonic forces of his father or Ramaga. So they send some more dolls or puppets out there to attack the city. So they go out and get ready to protect everyone. Yamato's still unable to transform. They are fighting the dolls, and they have this giant doll as well that they're fighting, as well as two of the dark users. They're kind of for revenge, but also to test Guy. They're jumping in the fight and everything like that. So now Yamato being kind of a hindrance, Guy kind of does a little switch up, as one of the dark users says that his father Ramago won't take his body if he comes back with them. Kind of sensing the trick, he runs over to Musashi and kind of says, well, now I don't need to be a demon, so let me abuse you and take you guys out. Doing a brief flashback, they show his conviction, Yamato's conviction, and what he needs to do to be a trooper. So he taps into that virtue, and his virtue, I think, being justice. He goes into his base armor and then his actual armor, saving Musashi from what he perceives to be Demon Guy again. So now they team up and they take out the doll, and they are now fighting the Dark Force, the other Dark Armor users. And overall, the episode ends with the introduction of Shion, who again uses a gun to interrupt the fight. So guns are probably going to be a big tool in this show, which is interesting as well. But again, it's discovered Shion was, in fact, before he joins the team, he was a part of the team before. So now he's kind of like a demon trooper or something like that. But we're going to see more what his information is on him and how his story came to be. So that wraps up the overall episode. And as mentioned, again, it was an interesting episode. Again, we're still building the team, building the overall world, and building up what the dynamic of everyone's going to be. But as you're getting information and finding out their virtues and where they lack, a framework of the show's going to be pretty good. The armors, I hear people don't like the 3D aspect of it, but it'll grow on me as well too. We didn't have the hand-drawn look, but the armors look kind of shiny. The weapons are very different. I like the new weapons. A shield and sword, axe, Halo and Wildfire are kind of the same, and Strata as well. But the rendition of it can be, again, how you take on the armor, what it can bend to you, is also becoming a consistent theme in as well. So again, this is, for me, it was a decent episode, building the world, starting from the beginning, laying the framework. Still some mysteries to solve, but overall, I'm excited, ready for episode 4. How about you guys? What do you think of Samurai Troopers episode 3? Comment down below, like and all that stuff, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have a nice day.